Let's talk about the CogAT test. If you're in Canada, it's called the CCAT, and that's the same exact test. CogAT measures ability, which means thinking type skills, not the kind of subjects that we learn in school, like math or reading. CogAT is most often used to qualify students for gifted programs. The test has three sections: verbal, quantitative, and figural or spatial. Within each of these sections, there are three types of questions, so there are 9 subtests altogether. Be sure to try Testing Mom's 100 free practice questions to get a better idea of what COGAT questions are like. And I think we also offer some free mini tests online as well. For students below second grade, COGAT questions are picture-based and they're really kind of fun to do. Questions for older kids use words, numbers, pictures, and figures. Every COGAT section has analogy questions, either with pictures, words, numbers, or figures. Younger and older students have sentence completion and verbal classification questions using pictures for younger kids, words for older kids. In the quantitative section, there are analogies, number puzzles, which essentially are equations, and number series questions. Again, these are done with pictures for younger kids and numbers for older kids. The COGAT figural questions are the same for older and younger kids. It's just that they're much harder for older kids. These are figural analogies, paper folding questions, and figure classification types of questions. The COGAT test is not timed for younger kids, and children are given breaks between sessions, so they're able to relax and clear their heads before they undertake the next section. Older students can use scratch paper for quantitative questions. Some schools give the CogAT Screener first, and if your child does well, then they get the entire exam. The CogAT Screener just has 3 sections: verbal, quantitative, and figural analogies that are taken from the overall bigger test. So if they do pass the screener and then take the regular full test, they'll just have 2 more sections in each of the 3 sections to take. If you're a member of Testing Mom, go to our Classes on Demand section and you'll see 20 COGAT webinars that you can watch for tips and tricks on how to handle every type of question. We also answer parents' most asked questions in those webinars, and we go over the most common mistakes kids make when they take this test. There's a study by Dr. John Dunlosky of Kent State and other educational psychologists, and in this study they show that doing practice questions that are similar to the questions that will be on the test your child is taking is the most effective way to prepare. They determined this after reviewing over 700 scientific articles and hundreds of experiments, saying that preparing using questions similar to those that will be on a real test improves learning and retention more than any other study method. Now, Testing Mom has over 8,000 practice questions for COGAT. So I really encourage you to get to that section, have your child practice with questions that are below their grade level, at their grade level, and beyond their grade level. And if you do that, they'll do great when they take the test.